Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. I'm Garbonix and we'll have a quick chat with Fenris before we proceed on.
Agrigio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said, which he enjoyed.
So they were frightened of you?
None of his guests were like you.
And that was a good bottle of wine.
It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
Is getting back at your master all that matters to you?
There are days when it feels that way. I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I've started a life here.
And that's it? You leave it behind so easily?
You survive and you move on. What else do you want?
Something different. So should you. I apologize. Your life is your own. It simply sounds very familiar.
Do you intend to keep living here?
I haven't decided. For now, it's as good as any other place. I would return to Saharan if I could, but there is no life for me there.
Is that where you're from?
So I've been told.
Were you very young when you left then?
Perhaps.
You could track your former master down.
Very vague. Fenris.
I imagine he has returned to Minrathous, though I dare not go near the city while he is alive. No, it is better to wait for him to leave his fortress, fight from a fortified position. I do not expect your help when that day comes, but I would not turn it aside.
You've been on the run a long time then.
3 years now. Denarius has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. This is the first time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you. Denarius will not give up, however. I await his return.
What if he does give up? What then?
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
You won't let sleeping dogs lie?
No. I am no fool.
Are you finished complaining yet?
I am now. I should thank you again for helping me against the hunters. Had I known Anso would find me a woman so capable, I might have asked him.
We're shutting down Fenris cold here.
Back off.
Of course. I meant nothing by it. I will not keep you longer. Another time, perhaps.
We now gonna quick cut over so
Being a guardsman seems like a better life.
these happened while I was wandering around trying to
Oh?
buy a couple
My
of
brother was
things.
a soldier. It's all about taking land and serving some king you've never met. Guardsmen, they do something real. They protect people. They make their lives better.
I don't know if I agree.
Neither would my brother.
And then another one happened on the way out of this area.
Do you ever miss Tevinter?
I was a slave.
Still, it was your home, right? The only one you remember. Does it ever feel strange not to be there?
Sometimes. That does not mean I would go back.
Now we get on to what we were planning on doing in the first place, which is the Birthright quest,
The cellar door. Let's go in and see.
which is
why
what
Ganon-
the one we got from our sister back when we first cleaned out our house. And pretty nice effects. Yep. Now, I said in the exploration video a bit ago that rogues couldn't use bows. I was incorrect on my terms there. It's not that they couldn't, it's that they shouldn't, because you start off the game spec'd into dual wielding instead of bows. And you can't use bows unless you have points in bows, and you waste points because there was no respec potion. Here's the assassin a bit closer, and you can pull them out of stealth with AoEs as long as you're close enough and do it fast enough. They won't really hurt all that much. Now, it's a little bit family history for Hawks. It goes in basically about what happened leading up to the point of our mother running away.
Mother described it, but this is the first time I've seen it.
And
Wouldn't it feel like
what
something
happened
to live in a house with
afterwards.
this above the door?
So it's a rather nice, and basically goes in to saying that our mother was pretty dumb to go away and pull more magic in to the blood instead of less. And for some reason, this guy was just a hero, taking so much before going down. More history of Kirkwall. I might make a video going over all the history when we have all the parts of it. And here is our first introduction to mages proper in the story.
I knew I should have slit his throat.
And I should have brought a rogue, because normally you bring a rogue, you can see the trap and disarm it before that happens. And I unfortunately didn't, and you could also open his chest.
I don't think I can do that.
And then history on the circle, which is where mages are kept by Templars from basically shortly after they're born.
That's the
That
vault.
should do it.
Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
Then we loot the vault here. What we're looking for is the testament and the will. Pick up something for our sister's
This is
armor.
it. Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
We'll take it to her right now.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
Gamlin lied to you, Mother. We found the will.
He forgave you, Mother. Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
What do you have to say for yourself?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
You'll spend the rest of your life paying my mother back for what you stole.
Andraste's ass, I will.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
And sadly, we can't punch him in the face. Sister wishes to talk about...
Why don't you go pick up something at the market?
What just happened,
You could
really?
use some air.
What? Hey!
I can't believe Gamlen stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part. I could never turn against my own sister like that.
Talking about Gamlen leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of here soon. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
Mother's parents sound like stuck-up pigs. Who cares what they thought?
They're our family. A noble lineage dating back to the last Blight. Aren't you a little curious? It just makes it feel not as bad, being here, you know? We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Are you unhappy here?
I wish I could do more for Mother. Carver's death. It's killing her slowly every day. But maybe if we can reclaim some of what she lost, it will help. I'd do anything to get us back a normal life.
Why did Mother and
I
Father
don't
work
know
so hard to
why
keep you from
that
the Circle?
option pops
Would it have
up,
been so bad?
I guess at first,
because it doesn't make
I was
much
just a little
sense.
girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a maid's blood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's, all because of who I am. Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind, to serve the Chantry as Andraste demands.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place. All the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day. And he would have wanted in on your Deep Roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's gone.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here? Been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought us all liege and silk dresses with lace petticoats. Father was a good man, but Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd been nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
Our home was destroyed by the Darkspawn. This will never be anything but a refugee camp.
We're never going back to Ferelden, sister. You can be more here than you ever could have been in Lothering. Just give it a chance.
And it was also mentioned that there's a lot of disconnect if you do the investigations and then, like, take an either aggressive or sarcastic approach
I don't care
to
much about
the
old family stuff.
actual
But I thought
proceeding,
you might want this.
Where did you get that?
because it's more of
Was it
a
the estate? Let me see.
calm
Is it?
probing of
Mother's
questions,
betrothal
inquiring
portrait from when she was supposed to
politely,
marry the Comte. Look.
and then you can either make a
You can
snarky
see the
joke
ring.
or be angry at people.
She was much happier with Father.
I know she loved Father. I guess I just wondered if she'd have been happier if he hadn't been a mage. If I wasn't a mage. I know that made it hard for Mother. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
But with that, I'll see you next time.